Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Kevin, and today we're going to go over a very easy way to catch fiddler crabs. Basically, I'm going to head out to a popular flat here in the area. The sun's out shining. It's now March. You know, we still have our cold nights, cold days, so I wait for the sun to come up and obviously a lower tide. But I'm going to go out there on the fiddlers. They should be out on this flat by now. Like I said, with the warmer weather, it is about to get up to, I think, close to 70 today. So basically all I've got is my bucket that I'm going to put them in, okay, some gloves, and then a bigger bucket where I'm going to keep sand in. I've got a long sleeve top on here, okay. This is made by Vapor Power. They're awesome for cutting the sun down, and also the gnats, okay. I've got long pants and then my boots. So we'll get out there now and I'll walk you through the process.
Yeah.
Okay, so this general area is where I've seen them all crawling around the ground. So I'll go away for a little bit. I'll come back and see them when they're on top and grab 2 or 3 at a time. Then I'll start digging down underneath. But also, now that I know these holes are all active, I'll bring my shovel now and just kind of dig. And sometimes you'll find 2 or 3 right in the same hole. Because when they run, they can't be as territorial as having one crab to each hole and the male waving their claw. You know, they're not going to do that. That's when you're not around to attract the female. They'll just run and get 2 or 3 in a hole maybe. I've already found several in a hole because they're just trying to get down for that moment. Okay, so let's watch here. I'm just going to dig around. All right, let's just check here. They got a ton of holes. Here's one halfway hanging out, which means there's probably another one. If you can look, I can see him right there. Looks like a female actually, but we'll see. Since he's hanging out, there might be another one right underneath. So there it is. Yep, that's why he's hanging out, because another one was down there blocking it. So there's two birds with one stone right there. Perfect. Exactly what I was talking about. I'm actually going to take some of this soil home too for this habitat that I'm going to build. Now here it stays cooler during the, you know, the spring and all in my garage and whatnot, so I can probably keep several of these at my house, you know, probably couple pints full at my house. That way if I want to go to a trip and it's last minute, I have fiddlers right there. There you are, buddy. Ow, that one actually got me pretty good. Okay. There's a nice male. All right, I can see legs right here, so this should be a good one right here. 1 or 2, probably. 2 it is. Right there. When you see legs, that means they can't go down any further because there's one blocking it. There's one right here, female. All right, and then I can see the male claw sitting right there. Flip him out a little bit. I'll grab him by his claw. There he is. There's a big guy. Big guy there. All right, China back. Just looking for legs. If I can see legs, there's usually 2 in there, so I can still see the legs up top if I'm lucky enough There's usually 2 in that hole because the one underneath ain't letting them come down. Nice female. Here's another female. I can actually see the legs sticking out right there, which means there's probably more than one in there. Let's find out. There's one and there's 2 right there on top of each other. 1, 2, and another. Yep, there's one right there. Thanks, brother. He'll do just fine. No. All right, so I'm just digging now that I found them where they're at. I just go down a couple inches, lift up. There's a big male right there. I mean, and then look, I'll just go to a hole next to it, a couple inches. If there's one there, there we go. There's another. Okay, let's check. All you go down is a couple inches, you'll see the legs come up. There's another. So it's as simple as that. Once you find them, they're there. Okay, so now that I got a pint and a half, maybe 2 pints full of fiddlers, check this out, y'all. It's about 30 minutes worth of work. Okay. So now that I have all those, I'm gonna grab some soil here, put it in the bucket so I can make my little sanctuary at home in my 40-gallon tub. So we'll get a little bit of the harder soil with shells in it. It's got nutrients in it for them to eat. I'll get some of the swampy water to put down the other end, so they can go in and out of the water at their pleasure. Okay, so we're just going to dig here for a little bit, and then I'll show you what's going to happen when we get back to the house with the fiddlers in their new sanctuary. All right, so just getting back to the house. Gonna take the goods out right here. I got tons of fiddlers lined up in there. A little bit of stuff for their habitat. I'm just gonna walk it into the garage here. I'll show you what I got set up. I'm gonna get some brackish water to put in there. You don't really want to put any fresh water or hose water. It'll actually kill them. So, all right, I'll let you know how it turns out. All right. So I got a couple stones down, they'll go into that. This is still moist. I have to get some of the water. I'll probably prop this up a little bit so they have water to drink down there, or I'll put it in the food bowls, like I said, the water containers there. And then we'll go from here. I actually have fish flakes too, tropical fish that I still have inside. Fish flake food will work perfect for their food, along with the nutrients that comes right out of this, this here mud that I just took from their habitat. You can see I was just digging mud, and I still got some fiddlers in the mud itself. Okay, and then I've got these couple pints full right now. I'm going to let go right now. So let's see what happens. We get those guys in there. Okay, there's a couple hundred right there. And like I said, I'll work on this. It'll be a work in progress here on what I'm going to do for the next steps for them to see if they'll survive. I'm sure they'll start burrowing and whatnot, so that'll be cool as well. All right, there you have it. They're all over right now, but they'll settle down here. I'll probably even put some type of cover over so they get some shade and it keeps it nice and moist. You got some big boys right there. You got some females, so it's cool. I'm not looking to breed them or anything, but when I want to go out for sheep's head or something, I can just pull right from here. When it gets too hot during the summer, like I said, I won't have this set up. This is just a probably 2-month thing or something like that, 3 months, going to try and get on some sheep's head. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to spread it on to your friends. Easy peasy to pick up some fiddlers. You just got to know where to go and what time, you know, not really what time of year, but the temperature. You got the sun's got to be out. They'll be all over the flat. Follow them to their holes, start digging. Easy, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's been about a little over 3 weeks, almost a month now, since I've had the crabs in their new habitat in the garage. So we're gonna go in and check on them. They're thriving and doing very well, and even very active. I've only used about 20 of them to go sheep's head fishing one day, which we had some success. You'll see that here in a little bit, but check this out. So they're all in here. This is the little habitat that I made, and as you can see, they're everywhere. And I just throw in some fish flakes and stuff like that. They're currently eating right now. You can see that guy eating. Okay, a lot of them are. I've got some, I'm fortunate enough to live about 5 minutes from, you know, our local water source here, the Intercoastal Waterway. So I can go get fresh salt water and brackish water from the rivers, and then even in the intercoastal there, like I said. So we've got some crabs here in the water. We've got them hiding in these cups, and they've done, look at this. I just threw mud out there, and they've got their holes already dug and whatnot. They've had a whole habitat here, and there's still even some that are down in and under the rocks. These are just a few here. If you see those colored specks on the ground, that is actually fish food. I use this local fish flake food here, just regular tropical fish. It's called tetramin, and I just throw some flakes in there, and they're good to go. Now, as the weather warms up and it starts to get hot and all that, and here it could get to 90 degrees or so inside, and even outside, obviously, you know how it is, up to 100 degrees. I won't be holding on to these crabs. I'll probably use them there. This is more like a late winter, early spring, throughout the spring when I'm hitting them out on the nearshore reefs, and when they start migrating back into the intercoastal waterways where I can hit them on dock. So when it gets too warm, I'll probably get rid of this until next time. But here's an easy way to keep your crabs and keep them healthy and active. Okay, well, that's gonna wrap things up, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that video here with all the crabs. It's a pretty cool project. You know, you're not gonna have them as pets or anything. Just remember that you're gonna be using them for bait. So just as long as you keep them live and, you know, check on them every, you know, couple days, give them some food, and make sure they're happy in their habitat, they'll be good to go. Let me know if you have any comments or questions about this. If you have any suggestions, I might even do another one later on down the road if you sincerely enjoy this video. Until next time, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.